United and the fans don't have an awful lot to hang their hat on, to use your phrase today, certainly. I think if it's at Old Trafford, you can make the argument that Manchester United get that call. Had the referee given the foul, everybody says, well, it's a soft foul, but you move on quite quickly. To see City go down the other end and score straight away, of course, if you're a Manchester United fan, that kind of rubs you the wrong way, and you can't help but wonder what if. But we've played this game, and there's home field advantage, right, and this kind of sums it up.
But it was inevitability, yeah? City were going to score at some stage.
I was watching the game with Ali earlier on, and after 20 minutes, I think it could be one of those games where everything is going to just be wide, or the keeper's going to have
a miss kind of thing.
Yeah, and you think, oh, I mean, they're dominating the game. So, you know, every time you got the ball in and around the box, there's a chance. Oh, there's a last-minute block. He doesn't quite hit the target. Doku was making some mistakes out on the left-hand side and didn't really affect the game. So you thought it could be one of those games where they have 36 shots and don't score, and they're just unlucky. But eventually, once they scored that first goal, there was only going to be one.
And what a goal it was from Phil Foden, who's having arguably his best ever season as a professional football at City. 18 goals, 10 assists. He's contributed then, if you add those two up, to 28. Pep Guardiola was asked after the game if he is the best player in the Premier League.
He is right now this season, yeah. I've been the best so far. Always had the feeling to score goals in the training sessions. Always had the feeling, but now it's winning games. So to become a world-class player at that age, you have to win games, and always play good. Always have incredible work ethic. It doesn't matter the position, no complaint. He lives to play football, but now he's winning games.
Best in the Premier League?
As good as there is at the moment, and he's absolutely right. Whenever he got the ball today, you expected something to happen.
Yeah.
You know, that when you're looking at a game, you think, who's going to make something happen? Foden, playing on the right-hand side, because he can play on the left, he can play as a number 10, but he was playing on the right today and cutting in on his left foot as he scored the goal. Then he moved across for the second goal. But when he had the ball, along with Kevin De Bruyne, you think something's going to happen. They're two magnificent players at the moment.
Best in the Premier League, Stevie?
I've been sitting here trying to think of somebody else who would be better going forward.
Right.
And I can't really. And I don't think there's anybody else in the Premier League, and maybe even outside the Premier League, who, regardless of where you give him the ball, whether you give him it down his throat, in his neck, hit him in the backside with it, he finds a way of instantly putting that ball in the right place so that he can then make his pass or make his shot or whatever it is. I mean, his touch is just frightening.
Listen, right now, it's hard to pick a better player than Phil Foden. And while we talk about Manchester City, you could talk about so many of their players who have, at times, outsized impacts, whether we're talking Rodri, or De Bruyne, or Haaland, despite his miss today. But somehow, whenever you need somebody to step up, Phil Foden just is there. Never seems to do an awful lot wrong, regardless. And then when you need that performance, when you need that telling touch, he somehow is the one providing it. So while he may fly in relative terms below the radar against some of those players for Manchester City, it's hard to pick somebody who's more important.
We're going to win the Euros, Robbo. It's exciting,
here we go.
Yes.
I mean, you've got England players are playing well at the moment.
They're good.
Yeah, they're very good
What
at the
can
moment.
possibly go wrong?
They've got to have a manager that can combine it all.
We're going, Sam. No, I believe Stevie. It's very exciting.